Hello, everybody. This is Ross and Rachel, not Ross and Rachel from Friends, but Ross and Rachel, who are friends and who are specialists in leadership in mergers and acquisitions. And Ross is in Singapore and Rachel is in Luxembourg. Great to see you, Ross.
Good to see you again, Rachel. Good to see you again.
So we had a great chat about mergers and acquisitions. And what I wanted to ask you is, for the acquiring leader, could you give our audience 2 tips for how they need to show up? What do they need to do to have the greatest impact and make the merger and acquisition as easy as possible?
Well, I think the first one may even be pre-acquisition, but probably well underway, where you actually looking at the senior executive and actually looking at them and just trying to get a feel for, you're talking, they're trying to sell you something, you're trying to buy it in a lot of ways. But I guess a lot of the acquisition teams are doing a lot of that work. So if I'm the leader, I'd be trying to actually get in the head of the people, of the senior leadership of the company we're acquiring, just to see how you feel they are as a leader. Now, and that may not be you're the best person qualified for it. Good leaders are, the really good leaders are, but that doesn't mean to say because you're acquiring a company, you're a great leader. But you need to either view that or get someone who understands people sufficiently enough that gets in there and just gets a feel for what those senior team are like. And that can be through discussion and just listening to them, whatever you want to do. There's ways of finding out and sort of getting a bit of a feel for culture, because you'll get a feel for it. And then probably trying to look at the culture of that, what's the retention rate, things like that, things that can be a symptom of a culture that's not quite as good. And you fair chance you'll see a discourse possibly between what's happening and what the leaders, this executive team are, but probably more of a related to what you think the executive team could be like. So you need to look at that. So that's one way. Once it's acquired, it's then you need to spend time with your senior influencers in that company.
Right. Okay.
Because you need their buy-in. So you need to spend time, not just give it. I'd be doing as much as I could, whatever your level are, is spending time with those people. Not coming in like on a horse, like the great white knight. We're coming in to say that's useless, right? It's not promising the greatest thing that's going to happen to them. We are the greatest. It's just going in and connecting with the understand. So you're connecting, we've talked about it before, heart and spiritual intelligence, right? You're actually connecting heart to heart, because you've got to realize these people at the moment are very anxious, are fearing what's happening. So you need to connect with them at a level that not telling them that, trust me, it's just chatting to them and hearing what they've got to say and seeing how you can best deal with that. And you'll have conversations, which I've done when we've acquired a company. I was the regional manager. I had to go in and talk to the staff of the company we were acquiring in that region. And we kept them all because we wanted to, and we kept them all. So it was good. So that's my little tick on the box, pat myself on the back there. Because you just connect with them. And there again, doing that, my staff that with the acquired company, they were still having doubts, thinking I was favouring the new staff. So I had to have connections with them. So the point is, you've got to connect with both, but in a way that you're having a conversation, they feel that you understand their feelings.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is it's all about feelings. It's all about emotion.
Correct.
It's all about connection. And for those leaders, it's all about being rather than doing.
That's right, because it's connecting and understanding the fears of both sides.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Ross, for your 2 tips for M&As, global M&As. Thank you so much.
Great to talk, Rachel. Great, always great to talk.